Hey, tonight we're going to make a stuffed cabbage head. You're going to love this one. Really quick prep. You can do it on the grill. You can do it in the oven. Come along on this one. Come see what we're going to do. Okay, this is really quick and easy. The way I used to do these, it wasn't so quick and easy. You cut this core out of here, and then I sit here with a spoon and hollow this thing out, and I'm telling you what, it takes forever. Very hard on the hands. So the first thing we're going to do with this head of cabbage, we're going to pull the outer leaves off. They're usually brown, and maybe one more. I don't know. It really doesn't look too bad there. I'm going to get rid of those. Okay, next up, we're going to cut this thing off the bottom of this purpose. On the plant, we're going to get rid of that. Next cut, we're going to cut this thing straight down the middle in half, and it's going to make it a lot easier because we got to hollow this out, and then we're going to stuff it with some seasoned up sausage, and it's going to be great. But so we're going to cut this thing as close as I can to down the middle. There you go. Now, to me, when I'm eating this, I like more meat than I do cabbage. So I'm going to trim this thing down probably, I don't know, probably to right around here, all the way. So we've got to hollow all that out. The first thing I want to do, I want to get that core out of there. Because that core we're not going to use for anything. I'm trying to cut it, and not cut myself, but cut to where you can see what I'm doing. I need a spoon, baby. Get some of this out of here. Once you get this core out of here, the rest of it, you can save it for coleslaw. I mean, I love a good coleslaw, and we'll probably be using the coleslaw tomorrow. Let's just take a knife, let's just cut around this. I'm just making a circle. I guess my tip to you is start further in than where you want to end up. Because you can always take more out, but you can't put more back. And it's just that easy, and we're going to keep going at this until we get this hollowed out. And if you notice what I did there with the knife, I started straight this direction and then made two more cuts, but I angled my knife, and then you get this hollowed out. But I still want more of that out of there, so we're going to keep cutting. We're going to go back and do the same thing again. Just go around, make your first cut, and we're going to go back and cut at an angle. Now, if you like that much cabbage with your meat, you know, you're done. To me, I want to get just a little bit more of that out of there. Just take another circle around. Just pull that up out. Now we're getting close. Probably just about a little bit less than maybe half an inch, and it's really that way the entire, you can feel it, it's the same. So I'm not going to force you to watch me do the other half. I'm going to do the other half just like I did this half, and come back here in just a minute and start on the stuffing for this. Hey, we're back. I got both of them hollowed out, looking like half coconuts. Coconuts cut in half. You know, cut a coconut in half. Anyway, 1 pound of sausage. This is what we're going to use as the base for our stuffing. So we're going to go ahead and get this in the bowl. This is real simple. It's not going to take but just a minute. Well, a couple minutes, but get that out of there. Get everything that we paid for out of there. Okay, the next part in this, I've got some sweet onion chopped up here. We're going to slide that in there. My guess on that is probably half a cup. Okay, the next thing, we need some liquid in this. Kroger, this is Kroger brand. I'm sure there's a Kroger around you. They're everywhere now. But look for these. These are great. They're great in a lot of different things. They're fire roasted, salsa ready, diced tomatoes. Mouthful, but good. Look for them. So we're going to pour that all in there. And you're saying, Ron, why do we need so much liquid? Well, I'm going to tell you why you need so much liquid. Because we're going to put a little bit of rice in there as a filler. So, once again, I'm guessing probably half a cup. You see how I do stuff. I don't measure it. So I'm going to glove up. I'm going to smash this stuff all up and get it all together, mixed together good. And we're going to put it in these cabbage heads, and we'll show you what to do after that.
Okay.
Look what I found. I found a couple pieces of bacon that we had the other day. We're going to crumple that up in there too. That is a meat lover's form of recycling right there. You take your bacon, throw it in. Bacon's good. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and mix this stuff up. And it's going to be, I don't know, pretty liquidy. That's not a problem. That rice is going to take that as it cooks inside this cabbage. So, seems to be all mixed pretty well. We're going to take and plop that right down in our cabbage. If we did this right, hopefully we won't have very much meat left. Let's do this half. Now we're going to cook these out on the Acorn, on my char griller Acorn. Basically a ceramic cooker if you have an egg. And like I said, you can do this in the oven. We're going to probably, I don't know, run that cooker around 325. And it's probably going to take it an hour or so. You'll be able to go out with a toothpick. And when you don't have any resistance, I mean, it's like anything else, so you can tell you want your cabbage to be soft. I probably will use a meat probe on it when it gets to that point just to make sure that the sausage is done. And we probably want about a 170 or one or so on this sausage. So, well, we use most of it. So that's where we're at right now. Come back in a minute. We're going to stick these together, wrap them up in foil, and get them ready to go out in some heat. Okay, next step in this, I just took and I laid these things on a piece of aluminum foil. Core end. Remember where we cut the core off at the bottom, where it grew from, for the root for the plant. So we're going to match those up. That's on this side here, and we're just going to stick them back together. Looks like a Pac-Man. Then we're going to wrap it up in foil. The foil's going to hold it all together. Look at that. It's an asteroid. The cabbage asteroid. Now, if you're going to cook these in the oven in the house, I definitely recommend putting these on a baking sheet or something to keep the, if it happens to drip, you want to keep that out of the bottom of your stove. So, anyway, I'm going to go out and get this cooker fired up. We're going to throw this thing in some heat. Be back in just a minute. At this point, if you're doing this in the oven, you're going to put it in there at 325 degrees, maybe 350. It's up to you, but 325 degrees. I would check it in an hour. We're looking for 170, 175 in that meat. And you're also going to be able to tell when you put your probe in, it's going to be tender. You're not hardly any resistance at all. You're just going to poke it right through there. I'm going to put this out on my ceramic cooker. So the way I've got it set up is I have coals in the bottom. I have a diffuser plate, so I'm cooking indirect. And I actually put my upper shelf on, and I'm going to cook this on that upper shelf. So I'm figuring I'm going to go check this at 325 is about what I'm going to hold that cooker at. And I'm going to check it in an hour. And when it's done, I'll come back and show you how it looks. It's been 2 hours. I know I thought it was going to take an hour. It's been 2 hours, and that's hot. And it's in the 170, so it's done. So, let's figure out how to open this thing up here. It's like Christmas morning for a hillbilly. Ooh, that's hot. Imagine that. It's hot. 170 degrees. Who thought that'd be hot? Okay, we got one more to get. This one. Oh, look at that. This is going to be good. We can get it out of there. Whew. People! This is going to be good. I'm going to cut this up. Shut itself off. Okay, good. Oh, you had to turn it back on. Alright, we brought this in. It was about 170. We unwrapped it, stuck it in this baking dish, chopped it all up, put some cheese on top. The cheese is melting. If you want to put barbecue sauce, if you want to put anything you want on this, I mean, now's the time to do it. This is how I'm going to do mine. It's going to be good. And you can see the cheese is just, it's still melting. It's like really hot. So, I'm going to get us a little bite of this, see. And the food police ain't going to like me eating out of the container, but I don't care. That's good. Oh, you definitely got to try this one. Oh, this is good. This is good. This is good. This is good. Till next time, keep it smoking.